So welcome to the Honor Show. We're sitting here with my man Savitty right now from St. Paul, Reppin Minnesota to the fullest. I'm happy as hell to have you on, dog, because, like, not just from Minnesota, but you are repping for the whole rap game, the way you're spitting, the beats, the punchlines, the cadences. Like, it's amazing to listen to your music. So thank you for coming on the show, brother.
Appreciate you, man. Thanks for having me, man.
Yeah, hell yeah. Hell yeah. Did you guys get some bad weather down there last night?
Man, we got it right now. Like it's like where you at again?
Up at Cloquet, right by Duluth. Like 20
Okay.
miles south of Duluth, by the casino, by Black Bear.
Right now as we speak. Like shit, I just came from out there. After it was like 2 days of summer. You know how this bipolar shit go in Minnesota, man.
Oh, yeah.
We just had 2 days of summer. Now it's like a whole blizzard out there right now.
Right? Yeah, it was so windy last night, I had to put earplugs in. I couldn't sleep. And then I get up today, like, we're all snowed in. I couldn't get out of the driveway. I had to go shovel it out. It was good. Now it's about to snow again. So, though, you live in Minnesota,
Yeah, that shit crazy.
It is. People think we're nuts living up here. Like, I got cousins in Kansas and different places, and they'd be up here in the fall where we're still wearing like light hoodies and shit, and they're with big triple fat goose jackets. Like, oh, I'm like, what are you? It's warm out. But this shit, I just so. So yeah, I guess we'll start out. What part of St. Paul did you grow up in?
In the Selby side, Selby side and Frogtown area.
Oh yeah, nice.
Rondo. Yep, grew up in the Rondo area, so yep, if you're familiar with that or anybody that's watching, shit, come slide through.
Oh yeah. I'm a little bit familiar with St. Paul. My little brother lives down there right now, like in fucking not far from downtown, but I know Minneapolis a lot better. I've been to both a lot, but it's just the places I would end up going to be in Minneapolis. So it's like, Emerson and Fremont off 57th and Humboldt, they're up in north, and some shit downtown a little bit and like a couple places. But I love St. Paul. The last time I was down there was for the 50 concert. Me and my buddy went down there and we were walking around. I interviewed some people on the street and shit. Like, we thought this man needed help because he had a big split in his head and he was an older dude, and it looked like somebody rolled him. We're like, yo, like, you need to, he's like, whoa, like he was scared of us, but he was a homeless guy, and we ended up giving him some money and cigarettes and shit, and he said he fell, and fucking, he was cool as shit, though. I put him on the show. He was one of the coolest dudes I met down there, just on the street walking around, Yeah. What was it like growing up there?
Basically how streets and shit, man. It was I'm originally from out near projects, which was, to us, it was fun. The projects is crowded with kids, and I mean we really didn't understand the hassle that it was for the adults at the time, because the project I actually liked it. I loved it, Mountain area, because you go outside, it's really like that. 50 kids everywhere. So my childhood there was cool, as far as my early years and shit. Then then growing up in the hood, this is just they're in the same little vicinity. That was what come with that, man. Shit, a lot of besides all the come with it, man, that people could probably figure, get their own thoughts of how it was. It was a lot of good times too. It was a lot of good times, man. You actually learn a lot of good things, most well needed things from the street. Of course, the negative is the negative. You grow to stay away from that shit as you learn, but there's some good benefits out of it too. So, like, for the most part, yeah, it was rough, but I just took what I got out of it and made something good,
Oh, yeah.
Here I am talking to you.
Hell yeah. That's a great way of looking at it. And see, that's the type of stuff, and your music reflects it, because I see, like, you put a lot of different thought into it, and just, like, one of my favorite lines is where you're like, man, I'll wear a ski mask before I wear a COVID mask. I was like, yep, he knows. Hell yeah. And like, you know, and just like you're saying, like, yeah, life can be harsh. Life ain't fair. Life can be bad, but it's what you make of it. And like, a motherfucker can't give up. And like, you're doing it. So that's good shit.
It's just what you is, you know, you have a choice to dwell in it. You could dwell in it, you know, because I feel like everybody's first half of living life, maybe what is your 20s, you know, your second half is when you get 60. Your first half is everybody's, you know, it's their learning and development, you know. You can either stay there or you could take what you learned and move the fuck on and kind of progress with it. That's what I did.
Oh
And
yeah.
you know, the whole back end of my story book and all that shit, you know, when people stand the whole back end of my story, they're still gonna have questions of, damn, how'd you get over that? How'd you do that? But come on, but explain more and all that. And so the overall answer is the good Lord, shit. You know what I'm saying?
Hell yeah.
Shit, I'm gonna keep it real. The shit I've been through, you would think that I became a serial killer. You would think I've been done blew my own shit out. You would think I all the way crashed out. But hey, I'm here talking to you again.
I love that. I love that attitude, man. That's perfect. And you're right. It's all about God. I mean, it's hard to explain to somebody that doesn't get it, but yeah, it's like God gets us through all that stuff. Like there's been times where I didn't even know I'd make it through, but He gets you through, and it's you got to give Him the credit, and that's commendable.
Definitely.
Um, who is like the first rapper that you heard where you were like, damn, like I fucking love rap. This is my shit.
Man, you know, I actually love when they ask me that because, and this may say a lot about my age, but who gives a fuck? You know, MC, you know, Run DMC
Oh
era.
yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
know you know about them, man. You about, how old is you about?
I'll be 44 in May.
Okay, I'm 45. I'll be 46 next
Good.
month. Run, bro. You know, when I first saw them was the first group of dudes that I wanted to be like. Like when I saw that, that was to me first definition of what cool is. And you know, everybody in the world want to feel like they cool at a certain point, especially, you know, growing up in the streets and shit. So when I seen Run DMC, that's when I was like, okay, damn, that they fresh for real, from the way they dressed, from the way they rapped and talked. So them was the first group of dudes that I wanted to, and you know, I used to put on shows and at my neighbor's barbecue. They used to have their family barbecues, and we used to put on talent shows and pretend like we them. You know, this was when I was like 8 years old. You know, put on talent shows. You know, acting like we was Run DMC and we was performing for their family and shit. So yeah, it was Run DMC for me, man.
Yes, I love
And
that.
I'm speaking for a lot of people because you know they was one of the first that did it. So Run DMC was. I'm sure I'm speaking for a lot of people, man. That was the first thing. When I saw that, I'm like, okay, I tried it. I was cool. I felt cool. I felt like I was them. So I ran with it ever since then.
Hell yeah. Dude, I still listen to Run DMC. Like just the other day, I was listening to it was one of their later albums. Was it Down with the King? My mom got me that when I was a kid, and I've always listened to it. I always loved it. I always loved all this shit. For me, the first one though, where I was like, because I had heard rap, but my parents would try to steer me into like Christian rap and different stuff. And when I was 6 on the school bus in '88, this kid handed me this. You remember them yellow Memorex tapes that you would dub tapes on? He handed me that, and it said "Easy E, Easy Does It," and I was just like, I don't even know what half this shit means, but I love it. I gotta keep listening to this. Every day I'd trade him my tape for his, and he'd let me listen to it. So
You know. So that was the first that really inspired me onto it. Then, you know, later as I grew, you know, I come from the era of, you know, from the next step up, then NWA, then, you know, first from Run DMC, LL Cool J, and all of that. Then, because when LL Cool J hit, then I was all the way in when he hit. Hey, LL Cool J hit after Run DMC. That's when I really said, okay, now I want to be like him. I'm all the way in. Fuck it, I'm LL Cool J. And that's when I really got, was really into it. And then as time grew of, me developing and, finding it being in the streets and all this other shit. And, then then NWA and all that. And then, all that other shit, so yeah. When I started finding a way to speak, when I knew it was an outlet for me to express myself, that was the whole lock-in right there. At first it was just, oh, these guys is cool, Run DMC, LL Cool J. All right, that's fresh. I actually could be cool like them. But then as I grew and other shit, my trials and tribulations, life started happening. That's when I started using it as an outlet to, share my voice. And it was when I found out I could lock in and do that. That's when I really got serious with the whole shit. Is when I found out I could express the way I feel.
Yes. That's a big outlet. That's a big tool.
Hell yeah, I still do it like that. That's, man. It came to a point where that's all I was doing, and still sometimes now I'll do a song, and I'm like, damn, okay, I don't want the whole album to be sad. I don't want the whole. Let me switch some subjects around because sometimes I can't help it, but just express my feelings and shit about what I've been through. I got a lot of sad songs or whatever you may think. A lot of people ain't heard them because I'm learning how not to pile them all in one album. But yeah, that outlet is what it was for me to feel free.
Oh yeah. Dude, that's what makes the best kind of music, I think, is when somebody isn't looking at like, well, I'm gonna go do this because it's my job, but it's an outlet and something they love, something they need in their life.
Right, yeah.
And it helps other
Yeah,
people.
exactly. I done heard people saying, "Oh, that song made me cry," or it helped me through this situation, Savitty. And so, especially when they tell me that, I mean that just warms my heart. The whole purpose of it. When they tell me it helped them out or it made they felt it. A female told me she pulled over and she cried off of a song that one of my new joints I'm coming out with, and that meant a lot. Shit, it brought out something that she been through.
Exactly.
So yeah,
So that's what I mean. What it helps me. Like I hear your lyrics. I'm like, man, this I could tell. It's like this dude been through some shit, and he came out the other end positive, and other people can listen to it and be like, yeah, I might be going through that too, but look, it don't gotta be that dark. Like you could get through it. Like and here's an example, and somebody who's happy and doing stuff, and it's really powerful medicine. That's why I've always loved music.
yeah, man. You know, anytime it can shift your mood and shit. That's why I do be careful at the same time. Like early on, don't get me wrong. I was a mad, angry motherfucker. So I used to rap about killing people and the shit felt like I wanted to do and all that. But as I grew, I kind of, as you get wiser, I don't want to put that out there. So I just put real shit out now. The way I live, the shit I like to notice, like rap about all the popping the pills and the just shooting, killing people and all that. It may be hood as fuck where I'm coming from because that's what it is. But if you listen carefully, I really don't promote all that. I might rap about everything else. Yeah, I like a big. I see a big ass on a 6'4" Impala, a bitch kissing another. Everything else up under the sun that I done been through in the hood, but I kind of leave that shit out because I don't want to promote that for the YNs, the kids, and they already doing enough on their own. So you ain't gonna hear none of that from me, man. But I'm saying that because a lot of people, when they misinterpret my lyrics, first thing they assume is, oh, that's negativity. Why are you putting that out? You should be a Christian. Why are you bullshit? Rapping my reality at the same time, trying not to killing people. You ain't gonna find nothing like that in my lyrics, but you is gonna find some reality. So for the people who don't understand that, they could either what?
Yeah, exactly. And see, I like that because I'm, talking to my son the other day and he listens to, he's 16. He listens to a lot of that new shit. I'm like, can you show me just one song where he doesn't talk about popping pills for one verse? And he's like, yeah, watch it. Boom, 10 seconds go by. I'm like, I'm not telling you can't listen to him, but just be aware, like they're promoting bad shit. Like, and I listen to crazy shit too, but you know, I like also like rappers where they're actually thinking about, man, these are, you know, people listening to this influences people to a degree, not like it's gonna make somebody do something, but you know, it's words have power, the beats have power. It's, you know, and if you hear something over and over, it gets in your head.
Yeah, you know, like Brenda's Got a Baby, like or like Dear Mama, you know, if you don't put out a lot of shit, like, you know, I got different genres and very versatility. Cause at first, like, beginning, it was just hood. It was all I knew how to rap, you know, anger, hood, just shit that I've been through. But as I evolved as an artist, as I grew, you know, I like to prove that I'm a real artist. So this new video I got coming out, it's actually called In Love with a Cowgirl. You know, so because a lot of people playing with they playing with the country genre right now, and that's what, you know, that's what's doing the most numbers. And just so I wanted to try it. I'm like, you know, I'm versatility. I'm a real artist, so let me play with that lane with this next project. And I did a good job. Shit, I got some horses. I got some real horses in this video. I got a beautiful cowgirl, and you know, we got fire. I got good country singers, guitar players, the whole nine. And like I said, it's just to switch gears to just show I could think outside the box too. It's always gonna be where I'm from and represent how I feel and where I'm from. You know, that's me. But if I switch a gear on you, don't be surprised because I really do music. You feel me?
Oh yeah. I seen some of the stuff on your Instagram and stuff for the when you're making the video for I'm in love with a cowgirl. That shit looks dope. I'll be glad when it's out.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Uh how old were you when you decided like rap's what I want to do? This like I this is my calling.
Well, like I said, at the beginning when I first discovered Run DMC, you know, I was like 8 years old, 9, 10, and shit. So that at that age, I was just so focused on being cool, like how to be cool like them, how to dress like them, and it was so dope. But then at the age, you know, as time went on and going through shit in the streets, I was like age I was like age 14 around that time, you know, 14, 15. And then I remember there was this one, remember the day that I took it serious because there particular time I was 16, like 17 or 16, and walking down the street in a blizzard, freezing cold. I was homeless, like nowhere to go. You know, the whole world had turned their back on me, and I had my headphones and I had a pint of liquor. I was drinking. I'm just walking. I'm out of it. I'm depressed. I'm sad. You know what I'm saying? So now I started freestyling about what I was going through. Like these motherfuckers don't care about me, but I don't give a damn because I down these streets, stumbling with my liquor with a pocket full of weed, hustle to make it. You know, I was saying that
Yeah.
back to back. I was like a hook I was creating when I was walking. But it was that particular day. It was so cold. I think I felt like dying that day. I was really going through it. And then it dawned on me, like I thought about it, you know, after shit got better or whatever the next day. I'm like, man, I kind of like how I was expressing myself. So it was literally that day where I said, you know what, I'm about to rap about the shit I'm going through. Like I'm about to moving forward, it felt so good, even though with nobody walking with me, I couldn't call my phone, but it felt so good for me to listen to myself. So it was that day. It was that day. Yeah, when I was like 16, man. So that's when I started taking it serious. Ever since then, from that day, I was in the cold with my head
Man, that's dope.
like I was talking to a counselor, but I was talking to myself, and I loved it.
I love that. That's dope. That's dope. That's one of the best uh memories I've heard yet of how somebody decided that yep, this is for me because it like you said, it was an outlet. It was something that helped you and like it's
My therapy, hell yeah, that's what it became. My therapy, man. Like it felt good that day. I was excited to tell one of my homeboys. I'm like, man, I was saying this shit when I was in the cold the other day, and I spit that same shit that, but I don't give a damn because I down these streets, stumbling with my liquor with a pocket full of weed, hustle to make a grip. It's some shit I was saying. He's like, yeah, nigga, what? He wasn't really focused on it like I was, but I was excited to tell him because that's the day I really found out that I could do it.
I like
So
that.
yeah.
That's cool. Tell us about the name Savitty. Where did that come in?
Well, Savitty's my spirit
Or
name.
yeah, Savitty. My bad. I'm sorry, brother. Savitty.
Well, it means survival tribe. Easy to live, hard. And it's from paradise. It's from the Lord. Now, as far as eventually I want to reveal what it means. I mean, where it came from exactly once I write my book. But I don't fall into the hows and the whys and all that right now. I'll just drive you off a cliff trying to understand. But I'm gonna explain in my book of how it was developed, really all the completely. But yep, Savitty is my spirit name, man. I wear it on my chest. I died for it. It means the world to me, and it was given unto me by the Lord.
I like.
That is the definition of my life story. So yeah. So for all y'all that's listening, it's not Savitty, and don't say no damn Vitty. It's Savitty. So a lot of people don't understand why I get upset when people they try to short my name and say Vitty. I wouldn't mind if it didn't mean anything. See, Vitty don't mean nothing. Savitty do. You feel me? So I don't like that Vitty shit. It's Savitty.
Hell yeah. And yeah, man. Sorry about that. I talk like a redneck white boy up in the woods sometimes. Like when I'm trying to pronounce it, like I say crick instead of creek. It's manure instead of manure. Like we talk all crazy up here, even worse than most Minnesotans.
And it's good because you ain't the only one. Like a lot of people when they read it, it's only a few get it right. Like a few people when they call my name for food orders and shit, it surprises me when they actually say Savitty because the whole world say Savitty, and they say other shit. But you know, um, it's the main definition of who I am, man. So ready for the world to know. I want everybody to ask me about it and really know how powerful it is and it holds weight. And I'll explain all that when I write my book on exactly how it was developed. Like it was developed through my life story, the creation of my life story. But it's a deeper rabbit hole than that, and I'll explain that later.
Hell yeah. And to be honest, Savitty sounds way better anyway. The way I was saying that didn't even sound like, but Savitty, that sounds cool. That makes sense. It's got a flow to it.
Mm-hmm.
That's cool. Uh, I've been going through some of your discography. I haven't got to get all the way through everything yet, but I was listening to almost the whole album of Survival Mode. That shit is dope. I love it. Like, do you got some physical copies of albums that I could buy autographed from you?
Did you you heard the song Survival Mode?
I thought there
Because
was a whole
Survival
album, right?
Right, Survival
Yeah.
Mode is a
Okay, that's on the. What album is that on, though?
song with it's the picture of the lion and the bear.
Yeah.
With yeah, that's an actual single that I just
Okay.
finished. But no, I do have the whole album of what you talking about though. I got
Yeah.
back with my signature on them.
Hell yeah.
Whenever you in the city or something, shit, I got you.
Yeah. Yeah. Hell yeah.
Definitely. Yep. So for all y'all that's listening, I got hard copies for y'all. Reach out to me. I'll pull up on you.
Oh yeah, that's dope. I'm definitely gonna take you up on that because I want some. I need that because like I try to collect shit like that from the rappers that I really respect and then I can interact with and do that with and your music is dope. I want to buy it. You know.
I appreciate it, man. It means the world to. That's why, of course, we do this podcast with you, man. Because I'm still climbing and up. But see, I'm the type, man. Like for real, it don't matter how big I get because see, I'm just now kind of getting my feet off the ground with all this. So it's not like some bougie artist that been in the game And like I'll do anybody's. I don't care how small it is, or like I'm just like, why not, man? Why not?
Yeah.
I'll even like, what you want to meet at Aldi's grocery store? What you want to me, shit ain't really a big deal. It ain't really that serious. If I could do it, if I'm up there with a big platform or whatever it is, to me, especially from my city, because Minnesota barely gets talked about. They only know us for our tragedies that we had. The George Floyd and all this ICE stuff with Renee and all this. But I want us to be known for, hey, besides Prince, there could be an artist come out this motherfucker. There could be a major podcaster like you that come out this motherfucker. So that's what I'm here to help out with. I'm not finna act bougie like I can't do something because it's low budget, because everybody came from somewhere.
Oh yeah.
You know,
Oh yeah. I
I get
appreciate
it.
that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Um. What? What the hell? I listened to like. I thought that was. Maybe I'm confused on that one. That's all right. Sorry, I lost where I was at here, but I found it. So your beats. Tell me about the beats, because I noticed your beats are just off the hook dope. It's different than everything. It's like the beats that I like growing up with, where I was like, yeah, this is good shit. It reminds me almost like I can't put my finger, because it's not like anything else. It's just dope, but it's that type of shit I like.
Well, my whole style, man. A lot of people think I'm from California but it's just the influence of my family. You know what I'm saying? That's why they be in the inboxes talking shit. And you from Minnesota? Why don't you get your own style? They don't even know the back end story of it. You know what I'm saying? My family from LA. The whole situation was my people from LA came here, and they planted the seed, man. And that's all I knew from birth. Fresh out my mama's womb, slipped into a whole rolling 60 Crips, you know what I'm saying? So I really didn't have no choice but that's just, if your family, it's about who you coming up around. So that was my whole style. It's just coming up. So they like West Coast beats and shit like that. And so like Big U, I don't know if you know who that is, but he one of the originators who just a big factor in the game. So, that was my family that he was talking about in the documentary that he came. So we real tapped in with the West, and it's in my bloodline. So that's why if you hear it, you might be like, oh, he sound like he from the. It's just all I knew. But it's not like I watched the Boys in the Hood movie and decided to be the niggas is in the comments with they bullshit, not even knowing really what the whole story is. But but I ain't really had no choice. But so the beats, man, they authentic. I be shopping online for them. I get them from from the homie from Sacramento. He give me the beats. Shout out to C Dub. And a couple of my other homies and my cousin Federo. Got a few from him. He nasty with it, and I just know how to shop for him, man. I know what I like. And like I said, if my style is developed from a West Coast type of influence through my family, if that's putting us on, and just shut the fuck up and let it be that, you know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
And let it be that, because I ain't had no control over the shit, and it is what it is.
Well, whoever's saying that in your comments, they're tripping, because man, you don't sound like nobody else. It does. I'm like, man, this is the type of shit I like, but this is original. Like it ain't like, man, this dude sounds like he's trying. No, that's just you. And it's dope.
Yeah, man. Like, man, man, I'm gonna be honest, man. Those comments, man. It's like 80%. They love they love you, they all for you, but that 20% that's in there, man, them motherfuckers is miserable, bro. hey, sometimes downtime, when I first kind of start blowing up, I was finger banging with it out. Doing all this internet arguing and shit, but then a couple people hollered at me like, bro, you ain't gonna win that. It's like then I seen the comments they coming too fast, and then I'm like, okay. Then I've seen a couple of interviews, like a couple of other celebrities, Cardi B and all them that's really out there. You know, when I was hearing them say it, like, man, them comments, I be wanting to, but you know, you will never win that. When I seen they go through it, I'm like, oh, okay, this is a part of it. You know what I'm saying? This is what I'm gonna have to go through. So fuck it. That's when I kind of lay low. But every now and then, I'll sit back on my downtime and I'll read some comments and be like, man, what the what these niggas day jobs look like?
For real. Like I like people just want to anybody trying to do anything. People want to just talk shit and hate, and it's like I remember that Tupac line where he said, "Remember, motherfuckers are gonna hate you for whatever you do."
For whatever you do, man, they be coming with that hate in my comments, man, and you know but now I'm gonna say something that's interesting because it used to shit like that used to get under my skin when I was young, coming up and growing up. But now that I kind of know how this shit work, and I get paid for the comments too anyway. So when I figured out all that, figured out the algorithm on it, and that I get paid for it, man, I like this shit now. I I be say something say something else.
Yeah, it's yes, exactly. I'm getting paid to hear the just have the bullshit they're saying, so why not?
Know that they really supporting while they think they just trolling and trash talking. They really paying me.
Yeah. Yep, exactly. They don't know they're putting money in your pocket, and even if they do, they like you said, they're so miserable they can't help but to just spout off and spew poison and just talk shit.
You know, so like they say, but bad publicity or whatever is good publicity. So shit, keep the hate roll. I need more.
Yes. What would you say your goals are as an artist?
Well, my goal as an artist is to definitely and I'm gonna say this before making money. You know, of course, that's a part of it. Now, it's a hard world. That everybody want to make a bag, of course that. But before making money, man, my goal is to really reach the people. Like, far as with I like to do a lot of storytelling and with my messages, and I want them to is just to reach the people in whatever message I have for them at that time. You know, if it's pain like I did, is to do that. If it's to learn how to keep your head up through a bad day or uh, be wiser with your investments, if it's to not trust a scandalous bitch and understand what a real woman, a real queen, because not all women is bitches, we know that. If it's if whatever mood I'm feeling in is people overall to so they can feel me more. I just want to be felt, you know. That's it. So I always said like that word fame, like you know, a lot of people say fuck the fame and I don't want to be famous, this and that. Well, I feel the same way, but the kind of fame I want is to be left behind something like Malcolm X, Martin Luther King, or like to want to be famous for, you know, for someone. Like if my song healed you, or Savitty songs be healing motherfuckers all across the world, and he opened up he actually put up schools and program centers for the kids, and I want to be famous for that, for what my name did, not for the jury or Savitty got the baddest bitches, or he just a dope artist. What's his top? Who can go against Savitty and fuck all that. I want to really be famous for something that's worth dying for. You feel me?
Hell yeah.
Best way famous for something worth dying for.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
I love that. Um, if you could do a feature with anybody, who would it be?
Uh, talking about someone that's like already out there.
Yeah, anybody on the planet.
Well, how many you want me to give you?
Hit as many as you want.
I'll give you a couple, man.
Yeah.
So I want to do a feature with what's her name? So I love Ella May. Like it's this that Buddha that song Buddha. I feel that's probably but so I do Ella May, of course. I want to do a feature with Method Man. I fuck with Method Man. I fuck with a lot of East Coast rappers, man. So with Method Man, of course with Dead. If we gonna say Dead, of course Pac, Nip, and all that. So we just gonna set that to the side. But far as who's alive, like Method Man, LMA, and like who I'm fucking with now, you know, like names like that. You know, I would have did a dope ass song with Bob Marley if he was still here. I would have loved to do a feature with Whitney Houston. You know, that's my baby, man. I was thinking about her the other day. But yeah, so with her, and you know, not too many more shit like that. Not too many artists, but one of my top five that I would love to do that's a rapper is E40. You know, definitely E40 and Snoop. You know, I fuck with Snoop too. He was just here in Minnesota. You heard that Christmas song he did?
Yeah.
Yeah, he came up here and did that at the Content House studio.
He's
But
cool.
yeah, but definitely E40. Oh yeah, and I'm gonna say Dave East too.
Yeah.
Oh, he another Dave East. It can go on and on, but those are my main ones.
Oh yeah. Those, man, you couldn't have picked any better. I mean, those are all classic motherfucker. And I liked when you said E42. I like a lot of that Bay Area shit. I like that shit.
Yeah. And I'm gonna say, man, I'm gonna actually say Lil Russell too. He kind of like a new artist,
Yeah.
but only he like to have fun in his shit. Like, and I think I need some of that. You know, he like to down and he from the Bay with it too. Like he got a lot of fun and positivity in his videos. With he got kids jumping off cars, backflips, all that shit. So I want to say that a little Russell just to have a feel for some of that type of energy he brings.
Hell yeah. I've been noticing him lately too in his music. Some of the new shit. I was like, damn, I was like, how have I not been listening to this? Like, he's got a lot of dope shit. And then I noticed you have an affinity for, them nice cars and shit. Like, how did that come about in life? I mean, it's easy to like nice cars, but you like the nicest cars. Like the motherfuckers I see in them videos, I'm like, God damn.
Yeah, it's just like a lot of people. A lot of people try to, some of the homegirls or whoever get in touch with me. You know, I'm like you want to use I got this or I got it, and I really don't be interested in because I'm like no thanks. It really don't be that what I'm looking for. I gotta have that, like you just said. I gotta have that shit. A lot of people try to offer to put their cars in all the time, but with no offense taken, if it ain't that, I gotta have that shit. Like I gotta have the best. I gotta have the Lamborghinis. I gotta have the Porsches. And I've had all them so much that I'm kind of bored of it now. So that's why I got this next video with horses. Cause I'm like, man, what can I do? I mean, I do cars. I done had all the dopest cars. So I'm trying to get a helicopter. Right now I'm struggling a little bit with that. I'm trying to get a helicopter. So I was just sitting there like, man, what can I do besides dope cars? Because that I kind of, I'm kind of playing that out. I just did it all. So that's when I came up with the horses. Like videos, you always gonna have a nice car too, or nice. But that's another thing with my artistry. I'm trying to think outside the box because if you think about it, every video had what? A bad bitch, a bad car, a bad bitch, a bad car. Like I'm like, where can I go? How can I go different? So that's when I thought about the horses. I said, you know what? I'm gonna do a country hip hop song and get some motherfucking horses. That's what I said. That's what I said in my head, and I pulled it off. I did. I mean, and I'm not done with the cars, of course, because that's just the thing that. But yeah, I done did those, man. I did
Yeah.
a lot of those. Like this next big summer video I got coming. Shit, it's gonna be a Lambo video. I think I got like 10 Lamborghinis. It's gonna pull up.
Yes. Hell yeah. Dude, and the rims that are on him too, like like I've had to tell my wife several times, like, look at the rims on this motherfucker on this video. Look at that one, that one, that one. It's fucking, it's wild. It's cool. I like seeing that shit. And I love seeing the fucking Minnesota plates on them, I'm like, yep.
Right. Oh yeah, man. We just getting started, man. So ours ain't thing, man. I'm always figure out. I'll never run out of things to do because my mind is built off creativity. I just like there's even a video I'm gonna do with like all badass white girls, just like all badass white. I mean, like maybe 50 of them just by themselves, all bad blinds, and just me and like one of my homeboy. You know what I'm saying? Just something different, and all Corvettes. Like maybe and get some kids dancing on do some low Russell shit, like just creativity, bro. Because I'm gonna do shit that spark the haters up now, you be something to say about when I have all the white baddies out there. It's gonna be somebody, but shit, I'm gonna spark it up, like why not? Why not do it in the middle of the hood too? Just you know what I'm saying? So my mind can get real interesting with this shit. I'm in it now, so we gonna see.
Hell yeah. I love it. I only have a few more questions here. I just wanted to talk to you about a couple more songs, like that song "Twin City" shit. That's definitely one of my favorites. That's the
Yeah,
shit.
that's the anthem right there. That's the Minnesota anthem right now. That's the one that's trending on the radio and shit like that.
Hell yeah, and that's the one where you brought up the COVID mask versus ski mask shit, and you said we'll burn this bitch, we'll tear this down or whatever, and showed the mural of George Floyd there. I love that. I was like, so I've been telling people, I was like, people don't get it. You come up here and see, like, one thing about Minnesota is we'd rather burn this motherfucker to the ground than to bow down and kiss people's boots. I'm not doing it.
Yeah, and so and there was the people in the comments talking about, oh, F George Floyd, that N word, and it was just like he deserved to die and fuck him,
No.
and they was saying that shit, man. And then
That's
so you know
terrible.
what I
That's fucking bad. Like, I mean, I mean, for any human to get killed, and I don't give a fuck. What is record? What that doesn't matter. I'm a fucking multiple felon and been to prison. So when people, oh well, he had fake my, oh he did this or that or his. I'm like, yeah, mine's worse than his was. Fucking like, come on.
right, yeah. So but that's everybody's favorite right there, man. They fuck with that one,
Yeah,
and
this was racist shit.
yeah,
That
yeah, it's
sucks.
crazy.
That's why I like that you like to, like you said, you like to bring about more of the positive things up here. I mean, I want to always give people attention that, damn, this happened, this side, like we need, like this shit needs to stop. But like, I like how you said too, that ain't like the only thing that we need to be known for. Like, there's a lot of good shit that happens.
We only on the map because of the tragedies. I'm trying to change that. Like, there could be great podcasters like you come out of here, great dancers, whatever it is you is, and it's finna be me that come out this motherfucker. So, they gonna know.
Oh yeah. What about the song "All in My Head"? That's another one of my favorites. That's some good shit. I like that.
Oh yeah, yeah. And, it's like it's called Demons and All in My Head. Like, everybody got something in their head, whether it's positive or negative. They all got demons in their head. You know, uh, because a demon in your head can go as simple as you see a piece of gum or something you could pay for. Whatever it is you ain't supposed to do, basically. It don't mean you a super demon and with they out there too. You want to kill someone, you want to do something too. But a demon is just as much as just a simple thought that ain't right. So we all got them, whether we like to admit it or not. Should you should you step out on your lady? Should you step out on your man? Could you come back with a lie like you ain't doing? That's a demon in your head. So that's kind of what that meant. Like we all got a demon in our head to a certain degree.
Oh yeah,
You
and
know.
I fully believe. I really believe there's like a true spirit behind addiction, behind all kinds of things that happen, behind all that negative shit.
For real. Even if it's as little as hopping in the car knowing you drunk as fuck, like that's a demon in your head. Like anything you do, whether it's little or small, and you know you ain't supposed to do it, it ain't God in your head. It ain't a demon in your head. I mean, it ain't an angel in your head.
Right.
It's that demon to do that. What the other side is telling you is when you take note of it, when you think like, oh, I ain't supposed to. When you have that second thought, that's something else. That's God. But when you just like, man, hey, fuck it, let me fuck you. You know what I'm saying? Let me just do it. So that's basically what that video meant. A lot of people, I don't even think that they cared or I always still care about when I'm making a song of what it means, but a lot of people probably didn't even know the breakdown of that until I just said it. You know, they just hear the hook, they hear the beat, they see it's cracking, they really don't care to give it no thought. That's what that song really means. We all got demons in our head.
That's what I wanted to ask you about, is because I knew it sounded deep, and I was like, man, he's really going somewhere with this. And it's, it's more than just, all right, this is a cool beat and a cool song. Like it meant something. And so I wanted to make sure to ask you about one of those, or ask you about that as one of the songs.
And I'm not perfect. Like if I like, you know what I'm saying, if I know a female that or a cougar or who knows that want to break me off 100 racks right now to fly up to drive to where you at and spend a weekend, come on now, that's gonna be a demon in my head because I'm going. I'm gonna call you to come. Hey, come through, get your beer, chill. Let's let's kick it. Let's talk about some shit. See if she got a bag for you or a friend. That seems like it's all fun, but it's God's self. It's not. That's who keep me going every day. But it was let the Bible tell you we was born with it in our head. You know, when they say we born in sin, we was born with a demon in our head. So that's what that song mean.
Oh yeah. That's dope. That's deep. I knew it was something deep, and I mean, I can hear what you're talking about on there. So it's not like I was like, man, what? But yeah, it's. I wanted to expound on that a little bit, and then a couple more songs.
A quick line in there. I said hustle mentality to get it when I stuck her with it. Sell stuff because everything's for sale stuff. Then the game fully committed. That's expression what I just said. Hustle mentality to get it when I stuck her with it. Like bitch, hey, I'm gonna fuck you good and get that bag.
Yeah.
Not I don't want to give it. Not so. Now I'm trying. I'm looking for a wife. I'm looking for a wife. All right. So
Oh yeah. Hell yeah. Two more songs I wanted to ask you about. One was My Crucifixion. That was another one I really liked and was deep.
man, you really put your work in. You really listen. I like that.
I'm telling you,
I,
I love your music, bro. I'm listening. I'm like, this means something. This is real music. He ain't just doing this because he's like, well, I think this could be something I like. This is real to him, and it makes it real to me. It makes it real to everybody.
I fuck with you, bro. I'm really glad that you asked me about that because that's my listen. I was listening. Was that today? Yeah, I was almost in tears in the gym, bro, with My Crucifixion in my headphones. That's my favorite song in the whole shit because it expresses more of I'm doing this. What I'm doing. I'm doing my life story. So my crucifixion is like part one, and I got another letters to Black Sheep part two, and then the survival mode is part three. So little clips, delivering it in music. I'm gonna have a book out. I'm gonna have a movie hopefully one day and all that. But right now I'm starting off with little clips and sections of my life story in music. And My Crucifixion is actually one of them. So man, that's a nice one you asked, man. It just really represents that my crucifixion is, we know what that is. Like how Jesus got crucified. Shit, I did too. I got crucified in the street. Like, without diving too far into details, but man, I lived a very black sheepish, traumatized, affected, fucked up ass, horrible life, bro. So that's what that mean. My crucifixion. Every step of the way with that. And I'll give away something right here that it's in the song anyway. But that's I had went blind. I had went blind one night for like a week. My vision was gone. I only see through a blur because I was frostbitten the snow one time, and I had laid there, and I would have died, but a little boy had woke me up. He was like, "Mommy, is that man dead?" And I heard him. I heard the little boy, and she was like, "Sir, are you okay?" And I just woke up like, I didn't want her help or nothing, and I wandered off. You know what I'm saying? But I went blind. That when they woke me up, I couldn't see shit. I just in the blurriness wouldn't leave, and I'm like, dang, this is the next day, the next day, the next day, and that's why in that song I said went half blind. Yeah, I went blind, man, and so that's a very important song, man. So run it back.
Yeah.
Thank you. I appreciate
Hell yeah,
it.
I like that, and like those are the type of songs that I can really get into. Like, when you were saying like, man, I lived a pretty fucked up. I was thinking of, man, like some some of this shit. Like, I just got off of like fucking hard drugs like 6 months ago. I did them for 30 years. I was banging them, and
And,
it was a mess.
and,
And I had a good woman that married me. She's awesome. I've known her for 20 years. She's never done no shit, and she helped get me through it. And like, I don't even think about it. I don't want it. I just want to smoke the weed that I grow, and like
right.
I eat some mushrooms and stuff. But that ain't that ain't nothing like
How many years you been off that, like sober with it?
6 months.
I mean, that's good, bro. So congratulations to your 6 months right now. Hold on to that.
Yeah,
I'm actually 4.5 years sober from alcohol. Not a drop. I don't do shit, smoke weed. I ain't smoked weed in like 20 years. But like it was a big thing for me to stop drinking. So
yeah.
yeah, hey, congratulations, bro. Hold on to that.
Thank you. I appreciate that. It was like I knew I wanted to do it for a while, but it's like that methadone and fentanyl and shit and that, like, that's when you come off that, it's months of being sick. And I knew, I was a single dad at the time. I was like, man, how do I get like this is gonna be tough. Like, I'm gonna be laid up for months, but my wife was here to help me through it. And then after that, I was like, man, there is not one bit of euphoric recall of thinking that shit was fun. I see other people like that, and I'm like, I can't. My wife videotaped me too and was like, look at yourself. I was like,
Yeah, bro. I mean, I didn't know your story, but you look good now. So keep up that work.
thank you. Appreciate that. And then the other song I wanted to ask you about was there's actually, if I was listening to Haters Want More, but the other one that was real deep to me was Hood Cry.
Damn, you went deep. Hell yeah, you went deep, man. You went. So you really, man, I appreciate you, bro. Cause see, you really, you really know how I rap, bro. Like you really, a lot of people who just heard a few songs that I've been putting out. They give me my flowers. They think I'm dope and all that, but you really know, cause it seems like you don't went through the whole shit. Like man, there's not nobody else that heard Hood Cry. It's right on the album, but that's why I'm trying to put visuals to all my songs anyway, because catch their attention more. But you actually went through it, doing your job. But Hood Cry is another one, man. And like back when I was like at the age of 14 or started selling fake dope, it's because like I started selling fake dope at age 14 just to give me some real dope. And I started stealing my brother's dope, all that shit. So, but it started off with just, man, growing up in the streets, seeing how the other, dope dealers and all my other homies was getting it and shit. So I started off selling fake dope. I actually think I think I made more money selling fake dope than real once I flipped it. That's just how much I was selling that shit. Cause the homies used to come to me to buy it because they didn't know how I was making it. But after that, I started off selling fake dope at age 14. Eventually flipped it, got real dope. That's when I started being in the streets, selling dope. from 14 years old, man, and got kicked out of all St. Paul, and that's what I said in that one of them verses too. Got kicked out of all St. Paul schools twice. All song Hood Cry, and that's actually another part of my life. So that's probably like part. That's like part two. That's actually part one because I made that before my crucifixion. But all of it's gonna come together. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, but that's definitely a good one right there, man. Hood Cry.
Yeah, I love it. Like I said, I love all this shit. I haven't heard a song yet of yours where I was like, nah, I could say like none of them have I skipped, but there's certain ones where I was like, yeah, I gotta ask him about this one and this one and
Great that, man.
oh
And
yeah.
see, you really, man, because all the other interviews. Shout out to the other interviews. They but you dug deep. Like you hitting up every song that I want you to ask about. I almost forgot about Hood Cry. So man, points to you.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, that's when it's like when I ask somebody to be on the show, like it's because man, like they're a legend. Like it's I listen to the show, I fuck with it. Like I would never get somebody on here just be like, man, I think they're doing awesome, so I want to get them on my show to get. No, it's because I fucking think this shit needs the light on it, and we need to put a light on Minnesota, and you're repping for the whole rap game. You deserve the flowers, you deserve the light.
Yeah, man, I appreciate it. I'm finna be going on tour, a city, so I think I'll be hitting your city. I'm doing a Minnesota city to city tour. It's a viral live tour that I got coming. So yeah, stay tuned for that. Cause where you say you in Duluth?
Right by Duluth, yeah, like 10-15 miles south of Duluth. So Duluth's like
Right,
right
what
there.
city?
Cloquet.
Okay, did they up there where y'all go kick it at, or where would the celebrities come if they came up there?
Duluth. And sometimes they have shows at the Black Bear Casino too. Sometimes like Ice Cube and different people have been to different casinos up around here and different shit. But
But y'all go to Duluth for that. There's nothing in Cloquet. Oh, okay, y'all.
Cloquet's kind of small. It's like less than 10,000 people. It's pretty small. But Duluth, I guess, is the third biggest in Minnesota, and it's right there. Like we go to Duluth for if we need to go shopping for sure, we got to hit Duluth. There's like just Walmart here and that couple of fast food joints.
Hear about it, man. I'm gonna be coming to Duluth to
That's why I
rock the
always
place.
like the cities. I like the Twin Cities because everything's like right there, and it's I like being around a lot of times. Sometimes I just like walking around and just going different places and meeting people. People invite me to barbecues and shit and just different things, and I like it down there.
All right, yeah, yeah. Well, I'm coming. Prepare yourself. I'll let you know too. You'll get to know.
Hell yeah. And man, I want to thank you for being on the show today. It's truly been an honor to have you on the honor show, and you always got an open platform on here, brother. Anytime you want to come on, it's always open to come on. You're cool as shit. Your music's dope. You're a real one. So
Definitely, man. Thank you, man. Thanks for having me, and wish everything well for you. I'll double back to revisit days and give you an update and everything.
hell yeah, hell yeah. And I'm gonna buy some of them CDs off you and shit too. I went a little over on what I normally, but sometimes it just goes that when the interview's dope, I'm like, man, I ain't gonna put no time limit on it.
I mean, we good. We good. So yeah, I'll be in touch, my brother.
All right, sounds good, King. You have a good night, brother.
Appreciate you. Yeah.
For sure. You